Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the geeks out there, and and welcome to another podcast. This time, unfortunately, we have no guest. Well, it's not really unfortunately. I mean, guys, you know, hopefully you like seeing our faces too. It's kind of the point of this whole thing.
And
yes,
of course, Crumb's ears.
And Crumbs, as he is in the picture today. Yeah, so we're gonna just talk random shit. Some of the news that's been happening over the past few, weeks, I suppose. Adding in some information where is necessary and what not. So let's get started with the big news, the biggest news that is coming from the SA Geeks, and that would be what, my angel? What is the biggest news?
We're stopping.
Actually, no, that would be we're retiring. But no, not that either. What is actually the biggest news?
The biggest news is
the fundraiser.
Right.
She forgot. You see, this is the problem. She forgot.
So we are doing a creators care project. It is.
Look at your camera, because you're looking at your screen. You can't. The people are not in the screen; they're in the camera.
I'm looking at the camera. We are doing a creators care project. It is on the 24th to the 26th of June. It is the successor and now basically like the new name for Creators for Pause. The reason for the name change is because this year, this time round, excuse my camera with the flickering, I'm sorry, we still need to get a new one. Ones. But we are raising funds for Chuck in South Africa and Get Well Gamers here in the UK. And obviously because of that, we decided to change the name so that we can do people charities and animal charities and not have two names or change the name the whole time. So going forward, all fundraisers will be under the banner Creators Care Project, and the first one is in a few weeks' time. And Kiz hasn't been planning it properly, so she's been working like a crazy person.
Yep.
But I have Mr. Steve in South Africa. He is a what do you call it?
Compatriot.
Yeah. From Two Idiots Streaming, he's been helping me. And will be helping me because obviously I'm in Scotland, so I can't really talk to people in South Africa.
Well, you can, but you can't liaise.
I can, but I can't speak to them over a phone, which is what they've been doing. So, it's a bit hard. But yeah, that's the news. The
long and the short of it. That was the very short of it. Yes. So there you go, guys. We're going to be raising some more funds. Remember that last year we actually raised £590 for the Scottish SPCA, which we're very chuffed that actually we managed to do that. We thought that we'd do something different this year though, and try and split it between two, so that we've still got a charity down in South Africa. And yes, as that camera is going insane. So we fixed the camera. A little bit of creative editing from Toast, I'm sure, helped. So thank you very much, Mr. Toasty. But yes, so we've. If you guys remember last year, we managed to raise £590 for the Scottish SPCA, and we figured we'd change that up just a little bit, so that it's actually fundraiser for not just the Scottish, not just the Scottish SPCA, not just the Scottish charity, but also, or a UK charity, but also a South African charity, so that we do two charities, one down in South Africa where we actually hail from and where most of our viewers come from, and also one up here. So we raise the funds and then we'll split it between the two charities, and whatever money goes in or comes in goes directly to them. So there's no money that goes out to other people and things like that. What money comes in goes out. We are not the kind that will actually take money and spend money on other things. We are the kind of people that will raise the funds, and whatever money comes in goes out. It's as simple as that. Whatever you give goes to the charities, essentially, because that's the kind of content creators and the kind of charities that we like to do. We don't earn any money from this, so don't ever think that we're actually going to make any kind of money out of this, because we don't. And no one else that participates will be doing the same thing. They're all doing it. They're taking their own time out and doing the charity with us. So to those guys joining us as well, because we know there's quite a few guys that are going to be joining us.
We will also put the link, because I've created separate links for Creators Care Project. So We'll put the link tree up in the description as well, where you can go join. That will have the Google form where if you are a creator or just a random person that wants to participate in raising funds with us over the weekend, you can just fill in your stuff, just so that I know, and also so that I can raise awareness to you guys as well and say, look, these are the creators that are joining us, kind of like what I did with the Creators for Pause thing, where one day will be dedicated to that specific creator and stuff like that. But all of that will be in the link tree, as well as obviously the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook, everything. There's like a whole thing for Creators Care Project, so that it's not one thing. Obviously the streaming side of thing, I will have to figure out how to show who's streaming on what days and where and all that, but that's another day's problem.
That's another day's problem. Exactly. Excuse me.
Also, well, obviously not for this one, but if this goes well, we will try and do another one later in the year. It's June already, but hey, we'll try and do another one for animals later in the year.
So that we have two.
Yeah, so that we can do it twice a year. But also, if anyone anywhere else in the world has charities that they want to add to it, so that it's not just the UK and South Africa, so like in the States or Dubai or I don't know where else, because that's
wherever
the only
else you
place
guys are.
I know people. Let us know, we can add it, because we want to make it a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
Not just like two worlds, well, two countries.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's the idea behind this, is to get everyone involved.
Exactly. Yeah. So, excuse me. So I mean, that's the big news. The big that's coming out of all of this is that we're actually raising some more funds for another charity, and then we might start doing this twice a year, just to help out and try and give everyone a chance to actually get some funds raised for whatever cause they feel is close to their heart, but also so that we do people and animals twice. I'd say seasonal, so like one in winter, one in summer. That would make more sense, because then we have a winter and a summer one, like we were going to do originally in South Africa. So that's something that we're keen on doing. So that's the South African way, Mabry.
So go and sign up and join, and
go and sign up and
raise monies.
And help us help others. That's what we do. Help us to help you, to help us to help others. Sweet, Mabry. Anyway, so continuing, we're gonna go into some random news. Just like things that we picked up during the week, like work. Well, not work. Not work. Definitely not work.
Work.
But we're going to pick up some things that we talked about, or that I've personally seen happen in gaming news this week. Just like some unfortunately it's bad news. This is unfortunately no good news at this point as of yet. But one of the big things is, and you guys will know this, the Diablo Immortal issue that has just come up, and everyone knows what's happening there. Kez, I don't think, knows too much about it. But as someone who used to play Diablo and still likes Diablo 3, Diablo 2 and Diablo, I haven't played 4, so I couldn't tell you about that. But Diablo 3, 2 and 1 were very good games, and I enjoyed them. This Diablo Immortal bullshit has come out and actually started being I suppose just not worth it. Basically what has happened, for those of you who don't know, like Kez, they've got some really shady practices that they're doing at the moment. Now, yes, the game is free to play, which is cool. I mean, I've played plenty of free to play games where I've spent a couple of bob here and there just to, buy something cool. Like in Star Trek Online, I bought a ship, and I used I used some real money to buy a ship, but I didn't spend exorbitant amounts of money. But here, this is what I don't like, is the shady practices that Blizzard have gone through here, where they go, oh well, we're just going to charge you $110,000, or it's going to take you $110,000 to be able to get a legendary item. That to me is predatory. I think to most gamers that's predatory. I mean, who And we know there are people out there that would spend that kind of money just to get that legendary armor, and it's very paid to, or legendary weapon or whatever it is, and it's a very pay to win kind of strategy where
it's not a fun game though.
No, it's not. If you have to pay that kind of money, it isn't fun. I mean, I personally hate it when companies do that. I hate loot boxes, and we'll get on to some more of the shit that happens like that. And I'm sorry for the language. I do apologize.
The way my uncle says it is he feels very passionate about
I'm very passionate about this one, yes. But I don't like loot boxes. I think that loot boxes are very predatory, they turn kids, like young kids, into gamblers at a very young age, and that is not good in any way. I don't think it's good in any form. I don't care how they say, oh, but it's like a lucky packet. No, it's not like a lucky packet. You get crap. So don't talk shit. You know, I don't like the I've never liked loot boxes. I've always thought that they were a load of crap, especially when you have to like select, oh, I want that card and that card, and ooh, look, I got something. You know, no. I think it's a lot of crap because it's electronic, which means that the system decides what you get, not you. No matter how much people say that, oh, it's very randomized. Oh, our algorithm is very randomized. Bullshit it is. It is the same as every gambling machine out there. There is a specific time when it'll pay out. I know my camera's starting to do it now. There's a specific time that it'll pay out at a casino. They actually have specific times that these things will pay out. And it's the same thing in these games. It is actually programmed to pay out at certain times, which means that you will spend a certain amount of money on it, and then it'll pay out. And the only difference here is you will spend the money, and when you've spent enough money, they'll throw something little out to you to make you spend more money, which is what they do, and that is very predatory, and I hate it a lot. So fuck Diablo Immortal again. Excuse my French, but screw them in the biggest way possible. Fudge Diablo Immortal and fudge Blizzard. And I don't think Microsoft is going to do anything to fix that problem. I think that they more than likely will just escalate it. So I do have issues with that too, because I don't believe that Microsoft is going to do anything to help the issue. And if they do, great, good on them. But I personally don't believe that they will. You know, and hey, that's just one man's opinion, right? Yeah, that's how I feel about it. So how do you feel about it, my angel?
I feel sad.
Wow, she's this is why I talk about the news and she just doesn't.
I try to make the funnies, but it's not nice to charge people for things to make you better in a game.
Yeah.
I don't like games like that.
No.
That's the simple man's explanation of it.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
I mean, you know, I look at it from this point of view. There's one game that I've always played, and that was Guild Wars. And the money that you spend in that game, if you decide to buy gems, you know, it's for cosmetic things.
But even then, you don't have to.
You don't have to. You can try. You can farm for gold and stuff like that. Yeah.
Your gold.
It takes a hell of a long time, but you can do it.
Because sometimes they have specials where gems are cheaper and stuff like that. So there is that where you can wait and save your gold. Yeah. And wait until they have a special and then go and do an exchange and stuff, which is what I usually did.
Yeah, and even then it's not for pay to win things. It's just cosmetic.
It's to make it's to have like bubble heads and kites and
silly things,
look pretty, and to have minis and to have skins.
It's just silly things that you can get in the game, which I think is the right way to approach it. You know, I
think Elder Scrolls does it.
Elder Scrolls does it too. Yes. They do have some other payment thing, but there's no pay to win in Elder Scrolls. When you bought the game, you pay for the game. There's no pay to win in that aspect. I don't know. I don't know the mechanics too well of Elder Scrolls. We haven't played it very much, so we're going to actually be playing that a little bit later today as well. There's that. So that those kinds of games where they actually don't go full predatory is fine with me. I don't mind spending money on a game. Even Star Trek Online, which is a free-to-play game, even they aren't as predatory as Blizzard is. It's ridiculous how much, you know, how bad Blizzard has become when it comes to this. And everyone remembers. No, Star Wars is also a pay-to-win game. Sorry to say.
No, because you had to buy thing.
Cartel coins.
Yeah.
To be able to get better weapons and stuff. Yes. No, it's also Star Wars.
But
Unfortunately,
you
is one
don't
of those.
have to. It's there, but you don't have to.
Yeah, but you won't get very far. You
No,
don't, you
I
don't
know.
win.
That's why we
It's
stopped
called
playing
pay-to-win
it.
strategies. You know, it's
It was
crap.
a fun game, but that's one of the reasons
Yeah.
why we stopped playing.
I enjoyed it because I got to build lightsabers and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But that's about as far as it went. Now I've got that Jedi game.
Fallen Order.
The Fallen Order, I think it's called.
I
Yes.
think it's Fallen Order.
I've got that one, so I'm cool. I can build my lightsabers with that. But also, I mean, it's like those games are. It's just I've stopped playing Star Trek. I've actually uninstalled it as well because it's starting to become the same as all these other games. So it's starting to spread. It's like a bloody disease. It really is. It's just like a bloody disease.
I do have something I want to talk about.
What?
I want to talk about the people that are being mean to the people at Dolmen.
Okay.
Not mean, but the mixed reviews things, and it's just my opinion. I don't know. Everyone's allowed their opinions and stuff.
Exactly.
But like I said in their Discord, and it's something that needs to be said. If you look at the game and if you play the game, you need to look at it from fresh eyes and not oh this is Dark Souls in space kind of thing. Which yes, it is where they got most of their ideas from. Well, not most of their ideas, but some of their ideas from to make it as difficult as Dark Souls and to use some of the mechanics and stuff like that. Like Zaffa was saying, it's if Dark Souls and Dead Space had a baby. That's what this game would be, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But something that everyone is forgetting is this is an indie company, and they're not a AAA company yet. And a lot of the reviews that I've seen are people comparing it to the AAA games, which you shouldn't do because it's not fair.
Mm-mm.
It's not, in a sense, it's nice that they're being compared to that because it's the quality of the game, but also people need to just keep in mind that it is still an indie team and it took them years to get to this point and they are still working on it. So that's why they have their Discord, where if you find bugs or if you have suggestions, go to their Discord and say, hey, can I suggest doing this? They are very open. I mean, we had a problem last night where and I'm gonna say it because it's on his stream, where Zaffa didn't know how to unequip a weapon. So I went onto the Discord and I messaged the guys and I was like, what do I do? And like this, I got a response.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they're there. And if you say to them, look, I suggest doing this in a next patch or something like that, they'll probably take it into consideration if it's worth doing, which is nice. It's the same with Infinity Girl, where Adam has been upgrading things and there was bugs that were found and he looked at the bugs and is not going to fix it and things like that. It's just people are so used to having the AAAs that they forget that there's indie devs out there and they just score people and review it. Oh, it's like this game or it's not like this game, and it upsets me.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. I mean, you know, the what annoys me, and this is why we actually approach indie developers and we actually interview indie developers and indie companies, is because these guys are working hard to make games that are actually playable for the people who are sick and tired of AAA titles screwing them out of their money. And these guys come out and make games that are actually, you know, good. You know, the guys at I forget the company's name. The guys who made Dolmen.
Massive Work Studios.
Those guys, yes, they're a medium-sized company, but they are not a AAA company. They're not EA. They're not Blizzard. They're not Microsoft. They're a small indie company, and they made a game that graphically is not as beautiful as Elden Ring.
It's
you know?
still pretty though.
Let's get all condescending. It has to be exactly the same as Elden Ring, or I'm not going to play it. No.
It's still pretty though, and it does have its flaws. Don't get
Every
me
game
wrong.
does.
I am not saying that it's perfect.
Yeah.
It does have its flaws.
Exactly.
But it is a good game.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? I have no problem with Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, all of those games. I like them all. I actually enjoy playing those games. I enjoy being tortured by those games. I haven't played Elden Ring. No, but I enjoy being tortured by those games. I enjoy struggling because it makes the game more fun. Don't get me wrong. But the people out there who go and they start screaming, "Oh, this game is nothing like Elden Ring. It's nothing like Dark Souls. It's just a broken version of Dark Souls," and blah blah blah. If you actually listen to the interview that we had with the developers or with the producer of the game, you'll actually hear what he actually had to say about the game. It is not supposed to be an exact replica of Dark Souls. The gameplay is actually a mix of a multitude of games that the guys put in there. They've taken things out of Alien. They've taken things out of
Edge of Tomorrow.
And the big things that they've taken things out of, yes, would be Dark Souls, but even bigger than that was Monster Hunter. So it's not just two things that they've taken it out of, and you can see the elements of Monster Hunter in it when you build your armor and things like that. You can actually see the elements of Monster Hunter coming out more there and in some of the gameplay than you do if you're playing Dark Souls. And you know what? I fought my first boss here last night. I fought my first boss last night, and I kicked its ass. And I'm happy to say, well, I didn't kick it. It did do some pretty heavy damage. I didn't die though. I'm shocked. But I fought my first boss yesterday, and I actually beat it. And I'm chuffed to say that I actually did. And the whole thing is, yes, the boss isn't as difficult as some of the bosses in Bloodborne or whatnot. But again, remember, this game is not Bloodborne.
Also,
this game is not Dark Souls.
That is the first boss.
Yeah, and that's already the first boss, I know. The whole thing is, this game is not...
It could get harder.
Yeah, but the first boss, as you understand, the first boss in Bloodborne and Dark Souls is a bitch to fight.
It's really hard.
Yeah. But the whole thing is I don't care that it's not that difficult, because it still reminds me of Monster Hunter when it comes to that. Because it's the boss is difficult, but it's not impossible to actually beat on your own. You just got to be able to fight the boss. And yes, the user interface is not perfect. Give the guys a chance. How about you actually give them some criticism instead of just saying, "Oh, the game is crap because the UI doesn't work properly"? How about actually tell them what's wrong, and they will try and fix it. They'll find the problem, and they will fix it. But if you don't tell them what's wrong, they're not going to be able to do anything. Or have you guys forgotten how to actually, bug report? It annoys me when people actually do that, because yes, every game's got bugs, and if you find it, report it. They will try and fix it for you. It's one advantage. I don't like broken games being launched, but it's one advantage to actually being able to raise something to a developer. If they listen and they see that there's problems in the game, they will look for it and they will try and fix it. So yes, I also take issue with people who do that. And if you have a legitimate gripe with the game, fine. Then don't like the game, then thumbs down it. Fine. It's your prerogative. You can do what you want to. But if it's a stupid thing like, "The game is not like Dark Souls," that's a stupid reason.
That's why I brought this up, because I've seen a lot of reviewers on Steam saying it's nothing like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, and you need to take that out of the equation and look at the game for what it is.
For its own build, yeah.
Yes, it's got Dark Souls, Warframe, all of those types of feels to it.
Yeah, the elements that are all
every game did at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Until they became their own thing. Like, I'm pretty sure when Warframe came out, people thought it's like Mass Effect. I'm not saying you did, just as an example.
Yeah.
You will always find similarities in your game. So you'll play a game and you'll go, "Oh, it's like this game." You know why? Because you like those games.
Yeah, but also then don't go and fully compare it with that game, because you know what? If you'd done that to games like, look at how bad Kingdom Come Deliverance got. I mean, how bad the reviews were. Yes, the game came out broken. I'm not gonna lie, the game was very broken when it came out. They worked, they listened, they fixed the problems, and the game is actually good. It's actually excellent. The same thing with Dolmen. It's not perfect at the moment, but it's pretty damn good. I'm enjoying the game. My friends that are playing the game enjoy the game. They think it's quite fun.
There's a few things that need to be changed.
There's a few things that need to be worked on, but it's not like it's not like the developers aren't listening. That's where I have.
It's also not the type of game. You know what? I I will actually play it. It's not the type of game I will go, you know what, that's it, I'm not going to play it. Because it's too hard, or it's too broken, or too this. It actually gives you that opportunity. So yes, it's not as hard as Dark Souls, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's still hard. It's just hard in its own way.
Exactly.
Look at the game for what it is. And it's not just dolmen, it's all games.
It's all indie
like,
games at least.
The Quarry just came out now, and it's not from
Never heard of it.
it's similar to Man of Medan, Until Dawn, those games, but it's not from the Dark Pictures anthology. And I can tell you now, people are going to say, oh, it's like this, or it's wrong with this. I'm not going to spend that much on the game. It's a fuck ton of money. And the trailers looked really good, but I can tell you now, a lot of people are going to have a problem with that game, saying, oh no, but it's not this, and it's not this, and should have done this. And it's, you should look at the game for what it is, not compare it to other games that are out there like it, because then you're not, in my eyes, you're not giving it a fair chance.
Yeah, well, look, it's always, there is always a good point to actually compare a game with another game, with other games that you play, because it gives you it gives you an idea of where you're going with your gameplay style and how you like certain kinds of games. Like, I will not play any of the Dark Pictures anthology games. I cannot stand QuickTime events. I think they're stupid, unnecessary, and they basically just drive a story forward. I'm not interested in that. I actually like to play with the character. I like to control the character. I like to, if I am fighting a monster, fight the monster. I don't like to go, press A now, press Z now, press backwards now, press X now, press circle now. I don't like that bullshit. I'm sorry, but you know what? Give me a chance to play the bloody game. Let me control my character so that I can dodge when I want to dodge, because I can see where the monster's coming from.
Well, it's like that TikTok video that was out there.
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's very funny. There's a TikTok video where it's like people playing in a game, but they're doing QuickTime events, and the guy just presses the button and he says, I want to fight this monster.
Yeah.
But he can't, because it's a QuickTime event. That just made me think of that video.
No, I hate QuickTime events. I think that they're unnecessary in gaming. I think that is for people who don't know how to play games and would prefer to actually just watch a movie or watch a story and you know, hold their TV remote and push buttons on the TV remote. That's what I feel that those kinds of games are. It's not my kind of game.
It does look like a lot of fun, though.
I'm sure, but it's my opinion. I'm not the one who I'm not saying that everyone has to be like me. I don't like those games. I don't play those games. I think those games are unnecessary for me. Other people, play it, have fun. You know, you've got your own stuff. You enjoy those games. You know, good on you. Go for it. It's just not my kind of game. But you guys have fun with it. You know, I mean, look, I play games that a lot of people don't like. You know, I play simulator games. You know, a lot of people hate well, not a lot. The people in my circles hate simulator games. I mean, I play Farming Simulator, Truck Simulator, Night Simulator, otherwise known as Kingdom Come Deliverance.
PC Building Simulator.
PC Building Simulator. I've got a Train Simulator. I've got a shit ton of games that are just simulator games, and I enjoy them. I also enjoy playing survival games like your Minecrafts, and some that aren't so survival and more are, you know, factory building and stuff like that. Satisfactory, for example, very good game. I enjoy it quite a lot. And I play a wide variety of games, but there are some games that I play that you guys hate. Kez hates majority of the games that I play.
Not majority, I just think some of them are silly, and it's mostly the simulator games, because I don't get staring at a thing when you can go and do it somewhere. But then...
Yeah, but I'm not waking up at 5 in the morning.
No, but then you don't... I like games like the Until Dawn and stuff like that, for the story behind it.
Yeah, I'm not. I couldn't care less about story. To me, it's about playing the game. I mean, I like story. Don't get me wrong. I like that. I mean, I'm playing The Witcher at the moment. Of course, I like stories, but there's got to be a time and a place for me to want to actually have that story. If I'm in the mood to play a story game, I'll play games like Baldur's Gate, The Witcher, Vampire the Masquerade, Deus Ex, all those kinds of games. I've got plenty. But I also have, you know, simulator games and survival games, which is more my speed when it comes to me just wanting to sit and have something playing, a movie playing in the background, and me busy screwing around in the game because it's me. But that's just how we roll. So yeah, that's Kez's gripe. Any more gripes from there? You done griping? Yeah. So yeah, we'll probably get a lot of flack for that, and I don't care. Because you know what, I'm not apologizing for my opinion, and if you don't like my opinion, you know what, and I'm going to say it, excuse my French, go fuck yourself. I don't care if you don't like my opinion.
It takes all kinds to make the world go
exactly
round.
So yeah, and I will not apologize for my opinion.
We
so
respect your opinion, respect our opinion,
yeah,
and then we'll make the world go around.
Exactly.
Like this.
Yeah, because I respect everyone else for their opinion. I mean, like Kez, she loves the Dark Anthology games, but I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't like those games. I think they're stupid, and she knows I think they're stupid. But I still respect her. We buy the games. I still buy the games for her because she likes them. I'm not going to stop doing that just because you know I don't like them. That means no one else must like them. No, she can play them. I don't care.
But it's the same with the indie games. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean everyone else.
Exactly.
Shouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I forgot what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Like, look, I get the legitimate gripes on the game and why they say they don't recommend the game and stuff like that. I get
if you have a proper thing, then I get it. And
yeah.
Look, there are some reviews out there that were proper. This needs to be worked on. This needs to be done. But if you're doing it just because, oh, it's not like Elden Ring, or it's not like Dark Souls, or it's not like
then you're
this
playing it for the wrong reason.
Yeah. You need to just take a good look in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's our opinion on that side. It's a very, very negative podcast today. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad things that are happening, except for the first part. At least the first part was good. The fun.
We'll end on some good things though. We have
not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I have one more bad thing to talk about. I have one more bad thing to talk about, and this hits me straight to the heart because this also means that my videos are going to be changing. Because it's heartbreaking to see it, but I'm not going to. I refuse to support them anymore. I refuse to actually give them any kind of money.
Insert sad music here.
Yes, insert sad music here. The world's smallest violin. Okay, so this is essentially what I have to say about this. All right. Gran Turismo 7. Polyphony Digital, you guys are fucked up, and for the last time, for us, for the last time, I will no longer showcase anything from Gran Turismo on our channel after the trouble that's been caused.
Also, I think it's after the video because you've already recorded a video that needs to be uploaded.
No, I'm not putting the video up.
Okay.
We'll be recording a new one.
Toast, don't edit that video.
Yeah, we better just let him know not to edit that video because it's not going to go up. We're not doing anything to do with Polyphony Digital or Gran Turismo anymore. They will not be on our channel because of the predatory practices that they've decided to actually throw out. The same as Blizzard have thrown out the same thing. The cost of some of these cars is ridiculous. They're the same price as most games out there. You pay £40 for a game. It's essentially £1,000 for a fucking car. You can basically go and buy in South Africa. Back in the day, you could go and buy a car for that much. You know, for
way back.
No, you could buy a crappy car that still runs for £1,000. It just wasn't great. You'd have to do a lot of work to fix it, but it was still there. They're basically making you pay that kind of money for a car or grind for days on end, for months on end, and they haven't changed anything when it comes to making money in the races and things like that. You still can't sell your cars in the game. The races still haven't been updated properly. If anything, they've actually decreased the amount of money you earn from races. So basically they have screwed the players because, you know, the players were like, oh, okay, well, you know what, if you're going to fix it, cool, we forgive you, just get it done and we'll be happy. And they never did. So the score has gone down again for Gran Turismo, and quite rightly so. And they will no longer be showcased on our channel. I am switching over to Forza Horizon and only Forza Horizon, and you guys will have videos and games from Forza only. You'll have showcases from Forza only. You won't see any new videos from Gran Turismo because of the fact that they've screwed all the players out of a lot of money by doing that. So we're not interested in anything to do with Gran Turismo. Yes, I've got the game. Yes, it's there in the back, and yes, I'll sometimes play it, but that's only because I enjoy you know, erasing some of the tracks from Gran Turismo, and that's the only reason why I'm going to do it. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother with Gran Turismo anymore. They are no longer welcome on this channel. Fuck them, goodbye Gran Turismo. And it's hard to say that because I actually really enjoyed Gran Turismo from when I played the very first one on PlayStation 1, the very first Gran Turismo I ever played. And ever since then, I've loved it
so much. We got a special edition of this one.
Exactly. And this was after all the reports of how bad the game was going to be and stuff like that. I still got the Steelbook series, and that was, look, it's upsetting and I don't like it, but sometimes you just got to let shit go, and you've got to just tell these companies to go and fuck themselves when they deserve it. And I'm sorry for all the language, but you know, at this point, it's deserved, and Polyphony deserves
a rough week.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough week for games, especially for gamers out there. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy our Forza videos that come up. That's going to be basically all I'm going to be doing when it comes to showcasing, is going to be Forza videos. But hopefully you guys enjoy the showcases that I do there. They're not going to be much different. I mean, I'm going to still talk about the cars and how cool they are and how awesome they go and blah blah blah, you know, the whole spiel. So yeah, I'm sorry that you're not going to be able to see any more Gran Turismo, but hopefully you'll be able to carry on with other videos from there on. But now we'll end on some good news, because it's enough bad news.
Jurassic World is coming out, or is out, and it's dinosaurs, and it's not geeky or gaming related, but it's a dinosaur movie, and we like dinosaurs. And
yes.
and if you haven't seen it, you need to go see Maverick. And,
yes, definitely go and see Maverick. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really keen on it. So definitely.
I'm just thinking of fun things, nice things.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Kitty.
Okay, so that's pretty much it, though. That's all we have to talk about right now. This
was supposed to be a Star Trek versus Star Wars episode, and everyone was too busy to join us.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I don't know how that conversation would have gone anyway, because I don't like any of the new Star Trek or Star Wars movies and series and stuff.
Let us know in the comments.
But let us know
if you choose Star Trek or Star Wars, and why, and we can maybe have that episode at some point.
Maybe.
Because it could be an interesting conversation. And yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching us. We do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the rant and bullshit that we spewed out today. I know there was a lot more language in this than there should have been. but there was a lot more to actually talk about when it came to that than normal. So we obviously got a little more heated. And
we were
passionate about what we were talking about. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you did get all the way through this video, thank you. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and if you didn't, hit the thumbs down button. Tell us why in both aspects, we don't mind. If you really liked the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and as always, remember, keep it geeky.